This is gonna be a quick video, but I want to talk about this, man. I remember a long time ago when I was in college, I had to do a group project. Now it consisted of like four people, two boys and two girls, and I think it was like three people or four people. I can't remember, but the three people that I talked to was a black guy, and it was a white girl. And for the most part, you know, I was talking to the white girl, and we had a good reception towards each other. You know what I'm saying? We was working together a little bit. There was no drama. No problems. There was no problems. But when it came to the black boy, the black guy at the time, what I'm saying, he was giving me hostile vibes. He was giving me no, fuck that. He was giving me hostile energy. What I'm saying? He was very hostile towards me. And I was wondering why this dude is acting very off-putting and acting very hostile towards me. I didn't do anything to him. I wasn't even try to talk to him, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to get shit done. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we get the project done. But the motherfucker was acting real hostile, so I just stayed away from him. And I remember during the time when we had to wait in the computer lab because the computer lab was super packed because I think it was doing midterms and all that stuff. So during midterms, a lot of people be in the computer lab and typing up their papers and all that stuff. So while we was waiting in the hallway, the white girl was just smiling at me. I said she enjoyed my energy, I guess. She enjoyed my company. But the black guy at the time, he was just mean mugging me. I ain't paying no mind towards him. I was looking towards the white girl. But in the back of my mind, I was like, damn, why is this black man or this black guy is showing me hostile energy? What did I do to this dude? I ain't do nothing to him. I'm just trying to get shit done, man. I'm just coming in. I came in peace for the most part. And I remember when the white girl would talk to him about what needs to be done on the project. Tell me why this motherfucking nigga was all googly eyed towards her, smiling and all that shit. But when it came to me, the motherfucker was me mugging me. But when it came to that white girl, I ain't gonna lie, she was like giving me a lot of attention. Like, you can tell when a person, kind of likes your energy, that wants to be around you. She liked to be around me. So that was a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because for the most part, I came in peace. And number two, I was just trying to get the shit done. But it finally dawned on me. I realized something. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong, but the main reason why that particular black guy, was very hostile towards me, was because he liked that white girl, and he kind of knew, and he kind of noticed that white girl wasn't paying him no mind because she was liking me. She liked, she liked my energy. She wanted to be around me. So by that, I guess he kind of, in some ways, showed his. So in some ways, he was jealous because of me, because of the white girl, which was showing more interest towards me than him. And I said, I get it, I understand, but it still doesn't give you the right to, not only show hostile energy towards me, but try to put me down in the process too. You know what I'm saying? It's like when motherfuckers like don't like you and all that stuff. When motherfuckers don't like you and it's not your fault, it's kind of off-putting, but you still have to leave those people alone because that's their problem, not mine. So, throughout the whole situation, I got the project done. We got a good grade and all that stuff. We went on our separate ways. But here's my moral. The moral of the story is that when people are jealous of you, don't pay them no mind. Keep on doing what you need to do. I say it again. The moral of my story is that when motherfuckers are jealous of you, pay them suckers no mind. Keep on doing what you need to do in order for you to move up, in order for you to move on to the next level. Because I realized something, man. Jealousy will not get you far. And jealousy sometimes get people hurt, or sometimes people get killed. People will kill you over jealousy. That's a fact because there's been so many stories, like so many news stories, like for example, you be watching the news and you heard stories of people getting killed over jealousy of spouses or different types of situations that's based off of jealousy. You have to watch out for people like that, man. When a motherfucker's real jealous of you, is being very hostile towards you, you stay away from that motherfucker, man, as much as you can. Because that one particular black guy that was showing me hostile energy, but then I realized the main reason why he was hostile towards me because that white girl liked me, and he liked it her, but she didn't give him the time of day. She liked it me. You know what I'm saying? But he took it out. He took out his frustrations towards me by being hostile. See, motherfuckers like that, man. You know what too? There's another reason why black folks can't get along like that. That's another great reason why black people can't get along because of jealousy. Just because a motherfucker may have something of value to you does not give you the right to treat that person any other type of way. You get what I'm saying? Listen, I understand that we can be envious towards others to some degree, but not to the point of, oh, I'm going to treat this person bad or I'm going to set this person up just because he has more than me or just because he has that thing I like or just because or just because that person likes me more than me. Shit like that. You get what I'm trying to say, man. Overall, man, jealousy is a very nasty emotional trait to have. And to tell you the truth, if you're jealous of a person, make sure you develop your own skill set. You get what I'm saying? I understand, you want to be a little bit envious towards other people, but don't take it out on others. Don't take it out on the person that you're jealous of. Hell, do better. Do better and be better. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I was a little bit envious of some celebrities, like, those pretty boys like Trey Songz and Chris Brown and all that stuff. They had athletic bodies and all that stuff. Guys like Shamar Moore and all those guys, man. The pretty boy, handsome type of whatever. But I had to realize something, man. I needed to work on myself and get my shit together. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do nothing to me. The motherfuckers didn't do nothing to me. Okay, the girls liked them. Okay, so what? Make sure you get your shit together. Make sure you become a better version of yourself. Real talk, I understand that this whole self-improvement thing may be a farce to some people, but not to others. Trust me, man, once you become a better person, not just on the outside, but on the inside too. And what I mean by self-improvement, I'm talking about knowing thyself. Know thyself and do for self. I'm not talking about the cosmetic aspect when you got to wear better clothes and all that shit, get money and all this, and just impress the females. No. When it comes to self-improvement, make sure you do it for you. That's the first thing that you need to focus on. When it comes to self-improvement, make sure that you do it for you. Don't do it just to impress others. Do it to impress yourself. Do it to improve yourself. Do it because you want to make a change within yourself. You know what I'm saying? It takes you to want better. It takes you to want better for yourself. If you want to do better for yourself, you have to take the initiative. You have to take a leap of faith and do what you need to do. Plain and simple. Plain and goddamn simple. So, like I said, when it came to that black guy, that wasn't my fucking problem. I wasn't trying to talk to him any other type of way. He was just showing hostile energy. The main reason why he did is because he liked that white girl, but the white girl liked it me before him, and he basically took out his frustrations towards me. And I'm like, hey, that's his problem. But I stayed away from his ass. It just is what it is, man. People that give you hostile energy, man, just stay away from the motherfuckers, man. Just do what you need to do and get the fuck on, man. Because life's too short. Life is too short for the bullshit. Life is way too short for the bullshit. Because there was a couple of times when I almost got into a physical altercation towards motherfuckers that want to be all disrespectful and shit. I could have went to jail for the rest of my life, but I didn't. Because, people ain't stupid. People know what the fuck they doing. It's just they don't give a damn. But once they meet the wrong motherfucker, either they go to jail or they be dead or knocked the fuck out. Either one of those three. It just is what it is. See, I realize something, man. This might shock a lot of people, but I'm gonna say it right now. Life's a bitch and then you die. That is so damn true in my honest opinion because, you know, by living on this earth, man, hanging around with these humans, man, I realize that life is not a guarantee, and life is not a guarantee, and life has no happy endings. So that's why I say that life's a bitch and then you die. I've heard so many stories of people who lived their lives, and for the most part, they did not have happy endings. You know, like how ride off to the sunset with your lover and your kids and all that stuff. That rarely does happen like that, man. It really does. It rarely does happen. So that's why I say that life's a bitch and then you die. It just is what it is, man. You know, it just is what it is sometimes. Yeah, but that's all I got to say about that, man. Shit, that's all I got to say. So, yeah, man. So, thank you so much and have a good day.